Welcome. My name's Megan Howe, and I'm here today to just move with you. We're going to start with a little bit of some yoga basics. So come into child's pose for me. Bring your big toes together, separate your knees. Sink your hips back towards your heels, and then let your head come to rest. If your head doesn't comfortably reach the mat or the floor, bring a block or a pillow, something underneath your head, so that you can support yourself in creating rest here. And once you're there, I want you to start taking a few deep breaths in and out. Our breath is a constant tool that we can use just to get ourselves present. We can use the breath to link ourselves to this moment and to create a deeper connection with our bodies. So take a few more rounds of breath here, and then rock your hips a little right to left, just starting to wake up. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. Take another deep breath in. And a big breath out. On your next inhale, rise up to all fours. Place your knees right underneath your hips. Come to the tops of your feet. For many of us, as we start to come to the tops of our feet, we'll find a little bit of space, so like a fold right at the top of the ankle. And over time, what I want you to practice is starting to unfold there. Place your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And let's take a few rounds of cat-cow, and I want you to start with your tailbone. So as you inhale, tilt your tailbone up towards the sky and kind of melt through your belly. And then as you exhale, reverse that motion. So tilt your tailbone, or tuck your tailbone rather, the opposite way. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And then just take that for a few more rounds. Deep breath in, tilt through your tailbone. Deep breath out, create the tuck. One more just like that. Now, as you continue to move on with these postures, I want you to start to incorporate more of your spine. So soften your elbows, draw your thoracic spine in, and then exhale, tuck your tailbone, and press your shoulders away from one another. And just move fluidly here with your breath for a few rounds. Nice big inhale, long deep exhale. Take two more. Keep the connection with the tops of your feet and the mat. Ground deeply through your hands and your fingertips. And then just because we're already here, go ahead and take one more big round. Nice big inhale. Long deep exhale. From here, I want you to come right back into a neutral spine. On your inhale, lift your right leg up to hip level. So we're not going too high. We're going to keep hips square towards the mat. Flex your toes towards your nose and press through your outer heel here. You can stay right here if this feels like enough. Otherwise, if it's available in your body and you're ready for it, lift your left arm up. Take a deep breath in here, find some length. And then exhale, just release it down. Now switch sides. Take your left foot back. Activate the back side of your left leg. Press through your left heel. And then again, if you're okay right here, just stay. If you're ready to add on, you want a little more heat, lift your right arm up off of the earth. Keep grounding through your right leg. Draw the pit of your belly in and up. Create some length from back heel to front fingertips. And then release, switch sides. Right leg back, left arm forward. Go ahead, yogi, rise it up. And then release it down. Switch again. Left leg goes back. Take your right arm out in front. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, switch. One more time. Take your right leg back. Left arm forward. Stay here or add a little play. I want you to kiss your elbow towards your knee. And then exhale, create some length. Good, 2 more just like that, or you're staying. Breathe it in, breathe it out, grow long. Good, last one here. Breathe it in, hug it in. And exhale, release it all the way down. Switch sides last time, left leg flies back. Again, you're welcome to stay here or keep building with us. Add on, right arm comes forward. Same thing, you can stay here, yogi, or if you're ready, go ahead, add on, hug, elbow to knee, and take it back. 2 more with your breath. Last one, hug it in. Extend it out nice and long, and then release it down. Good, let's take another child's pose. Bring your big toes together, knees wide. Walk your hands out on the mat, drop your head. Take a few rounds of breath. And while you're here, just notice how that little bit of work already leads to a deep building of an inner fire. And let that fire spread throughout your body here through breath. Take another breath in. Deep, deep breath out. On your inhale, lift up. We're going to take our first downward facing dog. Curl your toes, raise your hips. If this feels fairly intense on your wrists, you can always roll your mat back a little, give yourself some padding. I like to bring my hands to blocks. Sometimes that helps me decompress through my wrists. Ideally, what we're trying to do here is ground through the lower body, ground into our legs. So I want you to organize your feet, shift your heels out in line with pinky toes. Press through the outer edges of both feet and then plug your big toe mounds down to the mat. From here, draw the pit of your belly in and up with a bend in your knees. Press your low belly towards the top of your thighs and then breathe here. Take a full breath in and a nice big breath out. We'll do 1 more like that. Deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. On your next inhale, make your way to the top of the mat. I want you to land in forward fold and then take a bind. I'm going to offer ragdoll today. So bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Make sure that as you fold, you're hinging from your hips versus folding from your back. So think about bending your knees here, poking your bum out, and then letting everything else start to melt over your legs. Yeah, and then sway a little right to left. Take another round of breath here, fill all the way up. Exhale to empty. Go ahead and release your hands. On your inhale, moving with a flat back, I want you to rise all the way up to stand. Make your way up into Tadasana Mountain Pose. And release your hands down by your heart. Take a moment to pause here and reflect. In your mind's eye, just list one thing you're grateful for. Having a practice of gratitude is scientifically proven to reduce stress and ease tension. So think of that one thing you're grateful for right now, and then take a big breath in and a big breath out. On your next inhale, reach up, look up, create mountain pose, Tadasana. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, bow forward, Uttanasana. We're going to take halfway lift here, ground into the knife edge of your feet, flatten out your spine. Exhale to fold. Good. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, ground into your feet, draw your upper arm bones back, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Last one. Big breath in, lift halfway up. Exhale, bow down. On your inhale, stand tall, root to rise, mountain pose, Tadasana. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart. I want you to start with your arms down by your sides. So we're starting in a Samastitihi position, which is just standing at attention. Organize your feet again. Shift your heels out in line with pinky toes. This will turn all 10 toes forward. If you have a block on hand or anything about the size of a block, go ahead and grab it. Place it right between your thighs. It's common when we start to organize our feet that our upper thighs and our knees will start to cave in because they just don't know how to work. So now I want you to start teaching yourself, retrain your upper thighs, teach them how to work. We're gonna hold the space with a block. And plant your feet, soften your toes, arms are down. As you take a deep breath in, I want you to squat down, so dropping your bum, keeping your heart lifted, raise your hands up to shoulder level, and then press and lift yourself all the way back up. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, sink it down. Exhale, raise it up. Now, as you're going through these motions, you don't have to squeeze the block a lot. The block is really just there to help you hold space and then retrain your legs. And what are we doing? How are we retraining our legs? Most of us are very front body dominant. We use our quadriceps to move ourselves through the world. And what I want you to start to activate here is the back chain of the body. So the back side of your legs, your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes. And start waking that up. Good. Breathe with me. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go for 3 more. Rise up. Good. Inhale, squat it down. Exhale, lift. Last one. See if you can move slow. Slow and steady, slow and steady. And then we rise all the way up. Good. Go ahead and grab your block. Place it down, release it. And then we'll end our little movement series today with a bit of balancing before we take our final rest. So, bring one of your feet to meet one of your legs. We're gonna start in our kickstand tree position, and I want you to start with hands right at heart center. So then you're drawing all of your energy, all the energy in your body right to your center. If you've stopped breathing, this is a great time to restart. Go ahead and breathe again. And you're welcome to stay here if this feels okay. And then those of you who need a little bit more, keep going. Start drawing your lifted leg up your standing leg. Arms can stay at center, or you can reach up and press out. Good. Take a deep breath in, yogi. And then as you exhale, just release it down, nice and easy. Go right into the opposite side. Bring your other foot in and up. Start at that kickstand. Keep your bottom foot organized, knee is soft. Hug in towards your center line, and then start to expand out. Let yourself grow. Yeah, if you can see, I'm wobbling all over the place, and that's good because growth is messy. So I encourage you to let yourself grow, let yourself wobble, find a little play here. And then through that play, let yourself expand. There we go, 3. Bigger breathing, 2. And then 1, release it all the way down. Awesome work. We're gonna come into Tadasana one more time. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Take that halfway lift, full inhale. Exhale, walk it back, downward facing dog. Take a deep, deep breath in. Nice big breath out. And then see if you can do this both knees at a time. Go ahead and lower your knees to your mat. And come onto your back. And once you're on your back, bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor. I want you to bring your pelvis to neutral. So that means both of your hip bones ideally will be in one line or close to it. And then keeping your pelvis at neutral, bring your right foot to meet your left thigh for a figure 4 hip opener. Stay right here. Catch your breath. And then if and when you're ready to add on, you're welcome to begin to pull your thighs in towards your chest. But as you do that, I want you to keep your feet active and keep your pelvis neutral. Most of us are instant gratification junkies. And so to lift our legs, we'll start to crunch all in. And that just adds more tension to the body. So here, I want you to release tension. Let your pelvis be soft. Let the action from your feet come from the bottoms. Drape your shoulders down towards the mat and then just breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release your legs. Take your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Windshield wiper your knees from right to left. And then bring your feet right back to center. So feet are right about in front of your bum. Both feet face 12 o'clock. Pelvis is at neutral. Take it to the left. Left foot to right thigh, figure 4. Make any adjustments right here. As soon as I brought my left foot up, I could feel my right hip start to hike up. So I'm going to lift my hips, bring my pelvis right back to neutral. And then from that neutrality, that neutral space, then we can begin to add on. Again, break away from that instant gratification, right? That need to get it now. Break away from that and let yourself move slow and steady. It's a great time to come back to your breath. Listen to yourself breathe. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, release your legs, and then give yourself that same gift of a windshield wiper motion. Take your feet to the outer edges of your mat, and then let your knees just fall gently, no force, just nice and easy, right to left. And as you're ready, hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. We'll take a happy baby. Open your knees towards the outer edges of your ribs. Make the soles of your feet face the sky. And then just grab on what you can reach. Far too often I see people really compromising their spine to reach their feet. And you don't have to do that. So I encourage you, start with your thighs. And then if you feel like you can move up the leg, then begin to move up your legs. And then wherever your hands land, let yourself rock here from right to left. I like to remind students that this pose is called happy baby pose versus stressed out angry baby pose. Forcing it baby pose, it just doesn't exist. So let yourself soften here and truly embrace, right, your happiest of babies. Come back to your breath. Let yourself have a little fun, some play, roll around. Hug your knees back into center, right back into your chest. Pull them in. Kind of compress and massage your inner organs. And then grab a block or a book or a pillow or a bolster, anything you have that will support you in elevating your hips. So we're going to come into waterfall. Press your feet into the mat. Raise your hips just a bit. And then take your legs straight up towards the sky. Now where the prop should land is about right underneath your sacrum. So when you lift your feet, it should feel okay. It might feel a little uncomfortable if it's been a while since you've been here, but ideally there should be no sharp shooting pain. And if at any point during your yoga practice you feel something sharp shooting, just get out of there. You don't have to stay. I actually encourage you not to stay if you feel like you're in pain. Definitely move out. But if you're just experiencing discomfort or new sensation, I fully encourage you to stay and be with that. Remind yourself you're okay through your breath. Right? Training, just retraining your nervous system. Right? I'm okay, I'm okay. And then allowing things just to move through you. Allowing lactic acid to move through you. Allow pent-up energy to move through you. Some breath. Yeah, let it move through you. We'll just take a couple more rounds of breath right here. On your next exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet right back to the earth. Press into your feet, lift your hips, lower them back down to the mat. From here, we're going to move into Shavasana, deep rest. If you have any tightness or tension in your low back, I encourage you to support your knees with either 2 blocks or a pillow or a rolled blanket. And then lie down, bring your palms to face the sky. Take one more deep round of breath. Exhale to empty it out. And we'll land in Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here for up to 10 minutes even. However, if you do need to get on with your day, you have to go, then start to come back. Make gentle movements, take a full breath in, deep breath out. And pull your knees in towards your chest, give them one more squeeze. And then roll over to your right side, cradle your head in your arms. Using your strong arms, press your way up to a comfortable position, a comfortable seated position, and then keep your eyes closed so you keep your focus turned inward. And give yourself a few more rounds of breath. Represencing yourself here, slow and steady, just starting to come back. And then we'll close our practice with a round of breath together. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Awesome job. Thanks for joining me.